thunderstorm, debunking myths with style and form. True crime, conspiracies, her game. Melissa Jade, remember her name. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Microphone fierce like a roaring lion, unveiling secrets people been hiding. True crime queen of the digital scene, Melissa's got you hooked on her screen. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Murders to cover-ups, nothing misses. Melissa's here to share her guesses. She's got theories big and bold, no stone unturned, no case cold. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. From murders to cover-ups, nothing misses. Melissa's here to share her guesses. She's got theories big and bold, no stone unturned, no case cold. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. 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 She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame.
Well, hello. Hi, Shay.
Hey, Melissa Jane. Hey, everybody.
Happy Members Only Monday.
Patrick, wow now.
And happy birthday, poor Linda. I saw it was your birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yay. It was just Allie's birthday yesterday, and Shay's birthday's next month. Again, another time I'm remembering it, so the day of. I'll remember it all the way up until, and then watch, I will not remember it come the day of. Only because I don't actively look at the camera and associate the numbers, you know what I mean? But I remember leading up to it, it's going to be your birthday, obviously.
I do that, or I'm always I'll know when it's somebody's birthday right up until their birthday, and then the next day I'm like, oh shit, I missed it.
Exactly.
I remembered all
and you put so much pressure, and you say, hey, you remember, so there's no reason to forget. You got this, and then oh crap. I forgot. And thank you, Lady Evan D, for 9 months. Push! We got a YouTube baby, and it's Lisa Curran's 20th wedding anniversary. That is absolutely amazing. Happy anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary. That's amazing.
That is amazing. Hi, Samantha. Hi, everyone. So we haven't been live since last Members Only Monday, last week on a Monday.
Oh, gosh.
It's been an entire week. And in the course of this week, there's just a lot coming out. I'm seeing claims of sexual harassment. We got body cam footage. We got these reports that are we're constantly going through. There's a lot up on the docket. Thank you, Samantha. We got another baby. Congratulations for our baby. Hi, 13. Yeah, Kelly, me too. I mean, I do my best, but it's me at the same time, and I've been very unreliable and inconsistent lately with everything. So you can rely on me being unreliable right now in my life, which I apologize deeply to everyone for, but there's no excuse unless my calendar alert doesn't go off on your actual birthday, which I already set 2 months ago to remind me if I didn't already remember, because calendar alerts don't go off. You have to set like an alarm. Do your calendar alerts go off?
No, yeah, I set like alarms on them.
Yeah, they don't go off. Like, so unless you open up the calendar, you won't even know it's there.
Yeah.
Hi, Gidget. Hi, Ren. I'm in the bushes being overworked and underpaid.
I think you should give yourself a break, though. You got a lot going on.
Gidget?
Well, her and you, because you said you stepped back, and
Oh, yeah.
you're allowed
That's
to.
life.
Lives.
Life certainly does life. But we're here today, and I'm very excited to continue to go through and basically try to put these puzzle pieces together. But there's so much, yet at the same time, not enough, if that makes sense. You know, like there hasn't been so far, and granted, like I haven't continued, like I only watched half of the body cam footage. And so it's not like I've all of a sudden absorbed a bunch more this week, but at the same time that there's so much, there isn't that, oh wow, this makes perfect sense yet for me.
Yeah. I haven't watched anything, honestly. I've just been kind of avoiding footage, but I've also been into the Adelson trial stuff, so
That's been helping. And then I saw
yeah.
I apologize.
It keeps me from looking ahead.
Yeah. Well, it's hard not to. So you didn't watch the body cam footage at all?
No.
Oh, look
I
at me. I'm
told you
the cheater
that
this time.
I said it in the messages with Natasha in Harlem's Discord. I was like, I have not seen this.
Yeah, but I thought since then you may have seen it.
No, you cheated and I didn't. That's what
I
happened.
didn't mean to cheat. I thought we were going off to watch it. But you know what? I only watched half. So, like, you know.
No, because if I go and watch stuff without you, you're like, why would you do that? We're going to react in real time together.
I'm a total hypocrite. I know. I saw.
Yeah, you're so bad. You're so bad.
No, but you know what? Like, again, it's not the same when you're not going through it without you. So, like, you want to go through it?
I'd love to see it. I've been waiting to see it.
Yes. Okay. And hi, Harlot. So this is our missing child for tonight's live stream. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Baby Emmanuel. I've been watching a little bit here and there. And you know, very heartbreaking, you know, but then it makes me mad because when you look at a parent who has that type of history and it's like, come on, man, you know, like things like this could be prevented, in my opinion, to an extent. And it makes me very angry. But our missing child, we have April Isabel Bodish. She has been missing since June 30th, 2012, guys, from Nampa, Idaho. She would be 15 years old currently. So we have the age progressed photo to what she would look like at 10 years old. She was allegedly abducted by her mom, Teresa Bodish, on June 30th, 2012, and a felony warrant for kidnapping was issued for Teresa on September 10th, 2012. They may travel to Peru. April is biracial. She is white and Hispanic, and Teresa may go by the alias name Teresa Jarguay. I apologize if that's not how you pronounce it. But look how adorable she is. Like those eyes, though.
Yeah, she's cutie.
I think, and again, like it's just based off of me looking at these photos when I put my input on like the age progression, but like I can see this one. Like this one looks accurate to how I would imagine as she got older.
I agree. I saw Summer Wells' new age progression that Allie posted.
Summer Wells, yeah.
I was shocked by that one.
Yeah, I never kind of really saw the Summer Wells age progressions, but they're experts, you know, like that take how the parents age, you know, like what they looked like at that age, and they you know, they know far better than I would know, but like I'm like, I don't see it, you know. And half of these age progressed photos that I saw on this website, it's either a complete hit or really like a complete miss. I can't see it at all.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes too, for me, it's the when they've been missing for so long, like that age year gap, like
yes.
I guess it's like it's different when you see like a child like like ages like 2 or 3 years, right? But like going on 5 years and above, like that's talent to be able to put that together, because that's hard for me to envision, you know?
Yeah. It
That's
definitely
why
is.
it shocks me.
Yeah, so then you question, like, am I just not able to see it because it's hard to imagine them as like a teenager now, or does it just
Right.
not look? I think it probably is both at the same time.
Yeah, or is it just in my head because like I remember him being this little, so I just can't see it otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so if anyone has information on April's whereabouts, and here is her mom, Teresa, who would be 43 years old currently, please contact the Nampa Police Department at 1208-465-2257. Move these papers out of my way. Okay. All right. So, and I put a pineapple upside down cake in the oven, like real quickly.
Did you?
Yeah, like literally when I said, are you going to be ready in 10, 15 minutes? That was my impulsive moment of, should I real quickly make a pineapple upside down cake before I go live? And I said, yes, I should. I just threw it in the oven and then hopped on the live.
It's so random, but I love it because it's like going to be the perfect snack.
So random. It was so random, but I needed it. You know what I mean? Hey, Shacto, my mom won us the Girl Scout or the PTA, baker, best baker contest thing with a pineapple upside down cake. And I've never made one. So like it was real impulsive shit. Let me try this for the first time 10 minutes before I go live. And so like I hope it comes out all right, or my mom's gonna be like, what'd you do?
I've never made one before, but I'm gonna make one right now.
No, I'm gonna try it for the first time, and I don't have a big enough pan, so I have to slice these pineapples in half to make the full pan. I use whole pineapples like along the way, or halves if you don't have enough space.
I would ask if you have the munchies, but I know better.
No, just like but I hope it comes out good. I think it'll come out good.
It sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So we have the body cam footage that has been released. So let me pull this up. And it's emotional. So I'll give a trigger warning, even though I don't think that's necessary given that it's a true crime channel, but neither.
Did you cry?
No.
Okay. Will I cry?
Maybe. But to be fair, like I may feel different now because when I watched it, like I was hustling and like, watching it, but not fully watching it. So I may now, but at the same time, I don't know. I've become like, I don't cry like that unless it's really bad, And when I say that, I don't say that as if it's minimizing this versus I've gotten used to watching a lot of this type of stuff. So it doesn't, like I can
affect you the same.
I don't want to say affect me versus I can handle my emotions with it.
Gotcha.
Okay. So here. All right. So they have the victims obviously blurred out. And when I say that, I'm talking about the surviving victims too. But we know who everyone is at this point. Okay, where am I? Okay, here am I. All right, so this is and this officer, he's like 22. He's new. He's been like on MPD at this point for like a year. And so this is his same like age group up front, like I don't know. It's just, it must have been so surreal to walk into a situation where it was a call for an unconscious person, probably very typical around college campuses. And then to just be so young himself and to be among a situation like that, like he did really good. He did really good. I will say that.
Oh.
All right. Let's do it. What? Come on. Yo. Hold on. Is it done? No. Why is my... Hold on. I have to turn my picture-in-picture off. Okay. Is that it? No. How do I turn that off? Why does that keep happening?
Go to settings.
Okay, hold on. I don't see it.
And picture.
I don't
Oh,
see
I think it's in your YouTube settings. I think.
No, but usually when it always happens one time, but then usually when I go back, it fixes.
Oh. YouTube has been doing a lot of updates lately.
Oh my God. Come on. Yeah. Come back. Where the hell? Okay. There we go.
Okay.
And now I just lost my background, but whatever.
Where's she at? Yep. Where's she at? Where's she at?
Yes.
Where at? Up here?
Up here. You got it all from them. That's normal. I just came checking here and you can write this down.
So right off the bat, I'll say, Hunter was calmer than I expected. But when I say that, I'm not in a suspicious way. I'm sure shock really set in, but I only had the 911 call to base it on, and he sounded more anxious.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, go ahead.
Do you have this on normal speed?
I think so. Let me see.
Okay. No, you're fine. I didn't know. It just seemed like it was going fast.
Let me check because my whole thing glitched out. So
But it could just be me.
no, if it is, see, everything's frozen. You know what? Stay right here. Let me go out and come back in because it probably glitched and now I can't, I have to go out and come back in.
Sorry, babe.
No, you're fine.
Oh, man. Yeah, wait. It did seem fine. Okay, I thought so, Harlot. I was like, I know I watch stuff on fast speed, but it takes a lot for Melissa to watch something on a fast speed. She doesn't do 2x. I haven't seen this before. Have you guys all seen this? I tried to stay away. It was tough. I was better than Melissa on that day, and I will write that in my notebook.
Okay.
I'm just playing. Hey, Lovey.
Oh
Please,
my God.
He's back.
Police department.
Wait, it jumped forward. Jeez, Louise.
Well, maybe that's what happened earlier.
No. Way forward. Okay, here. Thank you, Nova Star. Hey, Wolfie. Look at the positioning of that table, Shay. And I'm not trying to pause it again, but I just want you to see how the officer had to go around. So when I'm imagining possibly Xana going upstairs, or even her not, and Bryan going to like to walk around that table in such a way that no cup is knocked over is peculiar to me.
Yeah.
And I just came in checking in and you can write this down.
Wow.
And I checked this YouTube video that she's. And I didn't check her yet, but I'm pretty sure.
13.
Does Dilla bitch anywhere about that table? Do you
Okay, do
remember?
it.
Does Stephanie that she thought she heard Red Solo Cup knocking over? Look at them. Look, they have to like slide.
1370. Okay, stay back there, please.
So are they blacking out the rubes?
Yeah. Look at that narrow space. Look at that. Look at that narrow space, guys. So if I'm imagining potentially Xana, oh my God, Xana running, and being able to make that turn without knocking over any of these cups, maybe those cups, maybe that is where where Bethany heard Red Solo cups falling. Maybe it was this side, but to even knock this side over while hitting on that other side is peculiar to me. But for him to make kind of the turn and not knock into anything it would be impressive.
Yeah, that's why I thought before that maybe she was in the bathroom and he walked down that way and caught her off guard in there. And you were like, no. Because now seeing this table makes me think that more. Like the obstacle is she's in panic running.
Yeah, but now with hearing what she perceived to be Kaylee coming down the stairs, and there's someone here, nobody else should have been coming down the stairs, Shay. So that leaves me with Xana.
Yeah.
It's strange.
I hear you. I'm not.
The knife there too.
I hear you. I'm not trying to defy logic, but
Oh, I know.
it does. It is a tight area. You're right, Harlan. I saw the opening. There was a good part right before they went to Xana's room where it showed that hallway shot that you'd have to pass by Dylan's, and it seemed really tight.
Mm-hmm. But you see the knife that Hunter had put on the table there too.
I do.
Slow down. Just come here. There's two. Looks like fatalities. Dude.
And you think Bryan followed that same way, Harlot?
All right. Okay. Nobody's allowed to leave for now. Okay. Just stay here for me, please.
Hey, Holly.
Do you know whose body cam this was?
Nunez.
You know the. Okay. Here. Can you guys go over to the dumpster for me, please?
So he takes the crime scene tape out right in front of them. How scary.
Yeah.
All right, can we see him put it on the ladder to clear up rumors?
Thanks, sir.
Did we see them put it on the ladder, did you say?
Yeah, I want to see them put that crime scene tape on the ladder where people were saying the ladder was moved there, it was used, and
No, not in the part that I saw, but even look at Ethan there. He is squatting. Look at him. He's sick. Yeah. But it must have felt, it's probably all hitting him in this moment, because now that the responsibility is kind of transferred onto the officers, because up until the officer, it was him holding that, it was him knowing the gravity of what was not even the gravity, just at least what was in that room, not even understanding, but it was on him up until that point. And now that the officers are here, it's probably all hitting him and making him sick.
Yeah, I see Hunter crouched over. I was wondering who that was.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, look, there's no
just
light.
checking here.
Or is that supposed to be a light?
Oh, that was such a good thing to think of. Okay,
that-
the firecracker. Yeah, let me look.
Is that a light there? On the right? See by the door? What is that right there? Where you have your, what is that? By the, you have
That's
your
a hook.
Oh, just a hook. Okay.
It's a hat or something.
hat.
There's 3 light switches. Yeah, that's a hook.
Hooks. Okay. I was curious.
No, that's a great thing. I didn't even think about that.
Police department.
This is the spare room that Kaylee uses for office and stuff.
Police department.
Now, whatever light is on, there is a hallway light on of some sort right here.
The bathroom?
No, not the bathroom. Right here.
That'd be Dylan.
No, Bethany, we're on the first floor. So this is Bethany's room here.
I'm sorry, I got confused.
No, it's okay. It's because it's blacked out,
Yeah.
Now they're making the light. Oh,
Lost the police department. If you're in here, announce yourself.
yeah, those cups are knocked everywhere.
Wait. That's what fell. Those lights. Those were above the thing, right? Weren't they? Or no? Were they?
I
Or no,
don't
they're tied
know.
around the table?
I don't know.
I swear I thought they had hanging lights, like like maybe I'm thinking of somebody else's space. I see the ones, but is that behind the couch?
Yes.
The curtain lights.
And look, the red Solo cups are all, so it makes sense if, like Harlot said, maybe she cut to the right and they all flew this way. Because look, bam, bam, they're everywhere. And so if she went here, like Harlot's saying, and then not, it pushed this way, that would make sense because it is somewhat on an angle.
Yeah, and there's a glass
doorway.
bottle there too.
Yeah, there is.
Lost the police department.
Now, this door is open, which is interesting. Do you think?
What's on the
Bryan?
ground there?
I don't know, but do you think Bryan went and opened this door?
I don't know. Maybe it was Hunter. I don't know.
Sliders open.
Clear here. Going up.
There.
Police department.
We're on 3rd floor. Coming up.
They got a lot of stuff up there.
Yep.
We got another. Lost the police department.
MK. I don't think his eyebrows knocked the lights down.
Look,
We're clear. Let me just secure the outside first. So.
Move the front door.
There's a back entry. I was going to start taping it all off.
Brian's taking the outside off.
Okay.
Where's the?
Yeah, the table looks moved.
Yep. Hey, MK.
Okay. He said his eyebrows knocked the lights down earlier. That's an interesting shower.
I already got it. I got in there. Shit.
They're freaking out, Alyssa.
Yeah.
I'd be freaking out too.
I know I'm talking about.
Check with the prince.
Oh, there's shoe prints right there in the snow.
Yep.
Oh. Is that what y'all were looking at, Harlow?
Oh, I want to go back. Okay. So, yeah, she may have. But look at that on the floor. What is that, a dumbbell?
Mm-hmm.
So she would have had it.
There's nothing else out there. You want me to go back there and start IDing?
It's a tiny little hallway, too.
Okay, I'm gonna start IDing all them.
Did you watch up to this part?
Yeah. This is the moment that they tell EMS homicide.
I think they went to Kaylee's
It's a-
room first, Harlot.
Yeah.
Because you didn't hear the oh shit until the second door.
Yeah, no, they went to Kaylee's room first.
So they muted all this?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Oh, we did. Hey, girl.
Oh, thank you.
No, you're good.
Hang in there, brother. There.
So you said, hang in there, brother. Me, because he just described seeing something that was, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear Dylan? And last night at 4, so she knew, yeah. Did they tell you anything? Because last night at 4, so she's trying to get what she saw out, you know.
Poor thing.
In the main room.
This is one of the.
Pretty much they were in the main room. I heard the dancing and laughing. Kaylee went upstairs and she screamed because someone was in the room. She ran downstairs and I kept calling her name and she wouldn't answer. And I saw the guy. I actually locked the door and I ran downstairs. We don't know what's going on.
Can you come here with me, please?
Whoa.
Oh, that's Jack who had just come up. Oh my gosh. And see, I'm sorry, it's giving me chills because we've heard about this. We know what, like, really what's gone down from the beginning as time's gone on. And we heard Jack, right, and his story about, right, shortly after 12, being woken up, and then walking down just as like cops were already there. And here he is. We're seeing him for the first time. And that's the first thing he heard because he was just walking up as the officer was walking back from the EMS. You know, did
Yeah.
he overhear what the officer was saying to the EMS? Like, holy crap.
Right. Yeah, I just saw. So it's 12:10 p.m. on the body count. Okay. Wow.
Yep. Because look, this is him walking up as the officer. Look. So, see?
Yeah, I do. Good catch.
Oh, thank you. No, you're good.
This is the first word said to him right now as he walks up to the friend group. First words.
What do you think? Pretty much last night in the main room.
This is one of the.
Pretty much they were in the main room. I heard the dancing and laughing. Kaylee went upstairs and she screamed because someone's in the room. She ran downstairs. And I kept calling her name and she wouldn't answer. And then I saw the guy. I locked the door and I ran downstairs. We don't know what's going on.
Can you come here with me, please?
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
That's heartbreaking.
Break Fire 3170. Could you guys grab some blankets for all these people out here?
Oh, okay.
Nope. Just come over here with me, please. Okay. Just give me 1 second, please. I'm gonna get your name and information. Just 1 second. We'll get you a blanket and stuff. All right.
This is where I stopped the thing, so I really didn't watch anything else.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, that'd be good for now, and then maybe the big white blankets whenever you move on. Actually, you guys probably just hang on to these whenever. Is that name on the way?
No, yes, it does.
Okay. Who would like a blanket right now? It's temporary. Does anybody like one for your feet to stand on? Okay. I'll let you. Thanks, man. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, if anyone shows up, that'd be great. Can you grab some blankets?
Can I ask what's going on? Oh my God, he was so lost. Can I ask what's going on? And then, you know, it's my ex-girlfriend, however you want to describe it, which, you know, they immediately, like, everyone's a suspect at this point. Everyone's a suspect, you know? And it's such unusual circumstances, but my God, we know he just woke up not even 15 minutes ago to this, you know, like, but not understand, just cops are at the house, you know, and that start to walk down and to just approach this scene, how terrifying, you know?
Yeah. He seems like he's like trying to come to sorts. Like,
He wasn't told anything. He wasn't with them, so he doesn't even know the first narrative. He really has no idea what's going on.
yeah, all Dylan said was that she saw a guy. Kaylee
Yeah.
screamed. I'm sure he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Murphy is in Kaylee's room at this point. You heard the officers say, close the doors if there's a dog in there. So they closed Maddie's room first, then walked over and closed Kaylee's door.
Yeah, 1 second, man. Let me just grab all your guys' info.
You could hear Dylan. Oh my God.
They're warmer. Okay. I know she was barefoot, so I was hoping to get something for her, but thank you very much. Thanks, boss. Okay, what's your last name? And your middle name? What's your phone number to reach out? Okay. And is this your address?
Yes.
What's that address?
1122 King Road.
Aww.
Is your driver's license right?
Yes.
Okay. How much have you seen in that?
No, I don't really know. I just saw my friend when I called because we were so scared. We're like, can you please come help us? And that's all I saw. I told us not to go in. That man right there. That. So you were.
We did go in there.
Yeah, and that's when he told us you need to call the cops.
Okay. Do you mind just waiting over there for me, please? Okay.
Is that Jack again?
No, I overheard you talking about last night.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to, the more we know right now, the better. We can start this process.
Yeah.
And we will probably be revisiting
That's
this
fine.
interview with you
Yeah.
very soon. Again, okay? So just, you're probably going to have to retell the story quite a
That's
bit.
fine.
All right. What do you remember seeing? What started?
I remember I was in my room and I was trying to go to bed and I heard Kaylee, who ex-girlfriend, who has a dog in her.
Real fast. Which one is your room?
Kaylee.
Which one is your room?
Oh,
What room are you in?
Why would they redact that?
I think they're being overly cautious because they're bringing the, restraining orders and stuff right now. Searching
Interesting.
law and crime probably.
You were in that room?
my room, not Xana's room. My room.
And your room is this one right here?
Next to stairs. That one, I think that's from my
Second floor room.
second floor.
Okay.
All I heard was I heard go upstairs. Like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now because she's going upstairs. All
And
of
you
a
heard
sudden,
who go upstairs?
Kaylee and the dog Murphy.
And upstairs to the very top?
Yeah, that's where her room is.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, I heard her walking up. I heard her scream, and she ran downstairs because she saw someone. That's what I'm pretty sure she said. Someone's here, and she screamed and just ran downstairs. And I called her name, but I jumped up and locked my door because I was so scared. And then I heard someone in the bathroom, and I heard her crying, and I heard some guy say that you're gonna be okay, I'm gonna help you. And I kept calling her name, but she wasn't answering. And then I opened the door for a second, and I saw this guy, and he was not insanely tall, but he was wearing all black and like this mask, which is covering his forehead and his mouth. And I locked the door, and I called, and I didn't know what to do.
This was at 4
a.m.
a.m.?
Yes.
Okay.
And so then I just ran down.
You left here?
I left my room down to she's that one with the white blinds at the very bottom.
Okay.
I ran down there and we talked, and we just locked the door. We didn't think anything of it. We're like, nothing happens in Moscow, so we just like tried to go to bed. And then we woke up, and it was weird because none of our roommates were up, and we called all of them. They were not waking up, and so me and like, this is weird. So I called and to come over, and then that's when all this happened.
Who all lives here?
Me, that woman right there.
Okay. Who's Xana?
Xana is the girl in there.
Is the girl that
Yeah.
this one?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you spell her name?
Xana.
Do you know if she has a middle name?
Alexis, I think.
Do you know what her last name is?
Kernodle. K. I don't know how to spell it really. K. You know? R-N-O-D-L.
K-A-E-R?
K-E-R.
K-E-R.
N-O.
N-O. D-L-E?
They're crying because, as you can see, Hunter is now sitting with them too.
Aww.
And so he would have told them something of what he saw. And that's why you hear the outburst of them starting to hysterically cry. And now you can see also Jack sitting down. But that's, if anyone didn't catch why they're crying all of a sudden, it's because Hunter's with them now.
Aww.
Hi, Andrea.
That's so sad.
It is.
Okay. Xana. Okay.
Honestly, I have to give it to this officer, one, because he was the responding officer, and like I said, 22 years old, man. Like, and he had no idea what he was going to walk into. But and this is why you got to give room also for the names to be mixed up a little bit in the first reports, because look how many people were on the scene. Look how many people are in that house, how many fatalities they have, how many people outside, who lives here, who just was summoned here, like all of these things, you know, so many factors. It was chaos. It really was.
Right. And it's like your very first interview with somebody too.
Yep.
Isn't there? He doesn't actually live here, but he's here like almost all the time.
There's a male that lives here, and
He doesn't actually live here. He's in the room with Xana, I believe.
he's in there right now.
But he doesn't live here, but he's here a lot. And then there's Maddie, Mogen, and Kaylee up top. I don't know where they're at though.
Maddie
Mogen. Maddie Mogen and
Maddie Mogen.
Yeah.
And who?
Kaylee Goncalves. She's the girl that I was talking about, Kaylee, who I just heard her go upstairs and run back downstairs.
Okay. And the guy that lives here, his name was what? Or he's usually
EthanChapin.
Chapin. And you knew he was here this morning?
No, I didn't know. I had no idea he was here.
Okay. All right, describe the guy that you saw.
I don't think he was a little bit taller than me. And I couldn't really see much of him, but I'm almost positive he was wearing a full black outfit. And he had this mask that was just over his forehead and over his mouth, and he didn't say anything to me, like, at all. I just shut the door and locked it, because I didn't know what to do. And I think he went out, like, the side door, the sliding door in the kitchen that goes out to the backyard.
Okay.
And then I didn't know anything else, so I called, and I was like, I just need to come downstairs and find you, because I don't know where anyone else is. And I called Maddie, I called Xana, I called Kaylee, no one would answer.
Okay. All right. For Xana, do you know how old she is?
She's 20.
Is she in our house?
Yeah, not anymore.
Okay. She's a student at UVI?
Yes.
Do you have any contact information for her parents?
No,
It's okay. Well,
Okay.
we can
I just
get
remember
that
her name, her
eventually.
dad's name.
And then Ethan, EthanChapin.
And Chapin, CHAPIN.
Hey, real fast. She's saying this morning around 4. There's a guy, black mask, was in there. She didn't recognize him. When she heard girls screaming upstairs, she got scared, locked herself in the room, and then the screaming all stopped. She's pretty sure that this masked person went out that back. And right now I'm getting all the information. She knows the other 2 girls are up there. I haven't told her who's deceased or anything like that. They have 4 people that are unaccounted for right now.
Okay. Whose dog?
Whose dog? Who owns a dog?
Kaylee. The one in the truck.
Okay.
Tyson's on his way, and
Okay. Since she knows a bunch of the people who are all living here, I'm getting all their names, and then I'll finish collecting all their information. Okay. How old is Ethan?
I apologize. There's a door downstairs next to the bathroom that's got a padlock on, or a lock on it. You guys?
We don't know.
Okay. Who has access to that room? Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not something you guys normally do?
No, we have no idea what it is.
Thank you guys.
Okay. So Ethan, how old is Ethan?
I believe he just turned 20.
20. And it's Chapin, CHAPIN.
Yes, I believe.
Okay. Do you happen to know either of their date of birth?
No, I know Xana's date of birth.
Okay. No worries. And Ethan's also a UVI student?
Yes, he is.
And you don't see him here right now? You see, but pretty sure he was in that room.
I think so. I think it's what told me. I don't know for sure.
All right. And then the 2 additional roommates that aren't here right now,
They're not.
that aren't here with you,
Yeah.
what are their names?
Maddie Mogen and
You see that? She said they're not because she doesn't know.
Yeah.
And it's the little things like that that I really pay attention to. She took that as he was telling her, and he had to correct himself to, I'm asking you, you know?
That goes along with what we heard on that Amazon, documentary too. So that makes
Mhm.
more sense.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, Nova Star, especially with, again, not to keep bringing up, but he was a newbie. He's there for 1 year, hadn't had these encounters, so, and we all know, no matter what your job may be, the more experience you have is where you really get to know how to handle situations, no matter what, like I said, no matter the job. But especially with a job like this, you learn the most by actually handling the situation. So this would have been completely out of his realm. And I feel like you could hear that, not in a way where he's doing a bad job at all, versus you could see, like, at least for me, when I hear him, I hear his brain working to, okay, what do I need to gather type of deal. While at the same time probably handling all of his own emotions, because that was traumatizing to even see.
Right.
Hi, Lil D.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm
aren't
taking
here
it
with
all
you.
in.
Yeah.
I'll go back to where, though, he's asking about Kaylee and Maddie, and she does not know where they are at this point. And so when he says the two girls who are here, up, little slips, like, then she's like, oh, they are? Because in her mind, if she heard Kaylee run downstairs, she doesn't know where they are.
Yes.
And you don't see him here right now. You see, but pretty sure he was in that room.
I think so. I think it's what told me. I don't know for sure.
All right, and then the two additional roommates that aren't here right now,
They're not.
that aren't here with you.
Yeah.
What are their names?
Madison Mogen, M.A.
They're not here at the house because she doesn't know. It's little things like that if you want me to believe that they knew, I wouldn't expect that. That was organic and genuine.
I agree.
DDIEMOGEN. And then Kaylee, KAYLEE. Goncalves, GONCLAVES. I think that's how you spell it.
How old is Maddie?
21. Or 21 or 22. I can't remember. They're both 12 or 21, but I don't know exactly.
I think so. How old is Kaylee?
Over 21. I believe she's 21 or 22. Sorry, I don't really remember.
That's okay. You're doing great.
Thanks.
Okay. I'm asking a lot of you, so I appreciate you.
Don't say anything.
You're doing very well.
Do you know if the other two girls are upstairs or not?
Right now, what we got to do is we got to process this whole thing.
That makes sense.
I don't know what I'd be permitted to tell you
That's fine.
right
That's
now. Okay?
fine. I understand.
Okay, let's go back. I just want to make sure we're getting everything. So you're sure at about 4 this morning?
Yes, it was 4:10.
You first noticed a guy.
Well, I first noticed Kaylee go upstairs and scream and run downstairs.
So 4 this morning, went upstairs
Yeah.
to the way top.
Yes, to her room with Murphy the dog.
Okay.
And
And
then
you heard Kaylee scream.
I heard her scream and run as fast as she could downstairs. And she said, "Someone's here."
Yeah, that had to have been Xana, Shay.
Yeah.
She ran downstairs.
Yes, I could hear it.
I hear ya.
everything. Pretty much. I heard her run downstairs really fast. And then I heard Murphy barking a lot.
Okay.
And then I heard her going to I think it was the bathroom, and I remember her sobbing, and I just remember hearing this guy's voice that I didn't recognize saying, "You're gonna be okay, I'm gonna help you," but it wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it wasn't in like a nice way, it was like a weird way,
So see, like how the succession of things, like it was immediate, like run upstairs, run back downstairs fast, like as fast as you can, like a, and then go right to the bathroom. That's also why I can't even speculate. It could have been like Kaylee or anything that somehow she ended up back in the bed. Like it was one after another, like, run down the stairs from going upstairs. Someone's here, right to the bathroom, which we know it was actually Xana's room, which it's horrifying to imagine that she actually either walked in on the act or at least walked into where you see an intruder, something's terribly wrong, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Harlot says, I always felt like he said it in a patronizing way, and I wonder if that's what she means. Yeah, it's interesting that she can't describe why it was weird, you know, but it was in a weird way.
Right. Like it wasn't helpful.
Right.
And I just remember hearing this guy's voice, and I didn't recognize saying, "You're gonna be okay, I'm gonna help you," but it wasn't like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it wasn't in like a nice way, it was like a weird way, like a weird tone.
You're gonna be okay. I'm gonna help you.
Yeah.
And you didn't hear anything from Kaylee anymore at that
No,
point?
after that, I didn't hear anything. So then I kept calling for her name. I called on my phone, I called Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee, none of them answered. So then I opened up the door to look, and that's when I saw the guy pass by. He looked at me, but he didn't come towards me.
She started calling before he even left, or maybe she's getting that mixed up a little bit with her nerves.
Yeah, let's rewind that just a second.
I kept calling her name. Okay, hold on.
So then I kept calling for her name. I called on my phone, I called Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee, none of them answered. So then I opened up the door to look, and that's when I saw.
See? So she called their names. No, and she started calling before. So she started calling while he was in the act.
She said calling the names, though.
But then she said, on my phone, I started calling. Look. So then I kept calling her name, and then I called on my phone. I called Xana.
Yeah.
So then I kept calling for her name. I called on my phone, I called Xana, Maddie, and Kaylee, none of them answered. So then I opened up the door to look, and that's when I saw the guy pass by. He looked at me, but he didn't come towards me or say anything, which was really confusing to me. I don't understand that. And I'm pretty sure he went out the side door. And then I called and said she thought maybe there was a fire or like a firework. We didn't know. She heard this loud noise and there was a light, I guess.
Did you hear like a pop, like a bang?
I don't know. Did you hear it bang?
It's what she heard.
Okay.
That's what she heard.
Okay, never mind. You sit there. I didn't hear that.
Hey, where are you going right now?
I'm just going to pick up my phone.
Okay. Where's your friend live? To the left, please.
Yeah, I can roll.
No,
Hey,
hardly.
7 Lilies.
I don't think I ever heard a bang. I didn't think anything.
That I really think the bang, unfortunately, was the same thud we hear in the audio. And we can go over the audio next to really get our thoughts. But I think I cannot account for the light. The only thing that makes sense is if there was a loud, like a forceful hit on the floor of any kind, it would maybe cause a flicker. And again, your brain goes to trying to make sense out of what you're hearing. And in her mind, Bethany meaning, she may have like a firecracker, there was a loud pop, thud, bang, whatever it may be, and a flicker of a light in her brain, the same way that Dylan's brain goes to a vacuum type object. Your brain tries to make sense. It tries to rationalize, in a rational situation, especially if you don't know it's an irrational situation at the time. But I think it was Xana hitting the floor.
For sure. Hey, 7 Lilies.
I don't know, Harlot. I don't specifically recall. It may have, it may not have. I can't tell you because I can't remember one way or the other. Do you remember if it specifically stated that Dylan heard a bang? Shay?
I'm thinking. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I think she said. I thought she just described what Bethany had shared, right?
I'd be curious if she did which interview it was, because unfortunately, and this is why it's so critical to take everyone's interviews separate and immediately. Once you do talk, you unfortunately pick up, kind of like Kimbleweed, and like you pick it up along your way, even not intentionally.
Yeah.
And so if she did in an interview, I'd be curious which interview.
Yeah, me too. I think they'd probably be like that first supplemental report of the Moscow one we read.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think I ever heard a bang. I didn't think anything about fire or firework
Or
until
gunshot.
I told her.
or
I don't
anything.
think I heard anything of that, but I also was kind of in and out of it because I was scared and I was really tired. And that's when I called and I told her, I need to come to your room, because she was the only one that was answering me. So I just ran down there, and for a second I stopped and I saw Xana passed out, and I thought maybe she was just like sleeping or something. I didn't think anything because I was so out of it. And I went into the room and we just fell asleep. And then we woke up this morning and no one was waking up at all. Like, no one was answering, which was really weird because all of us wake up around like 9 or 10. And then I called to come check. And he came here first. And I told him what happened, and then I looked in the room and he said, "You need to get out and call the cops."
Okay. The guy that you saw, and it was dark, right? Or were there lights on in the house?
I think there were lights on in the house, I believe.
Okay.
I don't really know what he looked like because he had a mask, but he wasn't like super tall.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10". I think it was maybe my height an inch or two higher or lower. I can't really remember.
So about 6 foot.
I think so. Around there.
Okay. How was he built? Fat, skinny, stocky?
More like skinny, but like basketball player kind of skinny. Like not too skinny, but like almost fit skinny in a way. That's what I think. I don't know for sure.
And then the voice, he said, when he said those words, you didn't recognize that voice before.
I didn't recognize him or his voice. I mean, I also couldn't see him, but I didn't recognize that voice at all. Couldn't even cross my mind if that could be.
Did you guys have a party last night too? Or?
Not tonight, but there was and we had like a formal thing beforehand. That was 2 days ago.
Okay. Is there anything that popped out about that event that was concerning?
No, I mean, I was Ethan, he is with my friend Xana, and who are dating, and Xana went there. I was there for a little bit, and then I went to my friend's house down the street, and then I came back home with my friend. Everything was fine, nothing weird at all, nothing suspicious until 4 a.m.
One thing I will note that is surprising to me is that no other officers at this point has pulled over any of the other kids to get an interview with them or to speak with them and to get their information. That is surprising to me, but then I battle and I'm like, they all are handling the crime scene at this point, but unfortunately every single part of this is super important, and so I'm surprised that there's only one officer handling talking with them at the right now. None of them, not one of them, have been pulled over from that group over there.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but Dylan did start talking a lot in front of that one investigator.
Yeah.
All right. I don't think I have any more questions for you right now.
Okay,
Somebody else will.
Okay, sounds good.
So let's grab that. Let's go back over there.
Okay.
All right. Who else lives here? Can I get your last name, please?
That's Hunter who just walked away.
Okay. Hey.
It's his brother's walking out this way.
Okay. Do you mind hanging out here, please?
Oh. Hunter's coming up. Oh, you see Hunter walking up? Did you see?
Mhm.
And then now you're hearing Dylan cry because what the friend group was just speaking about with Hunter, now they're probably relaying it to Dylan, like, oh, this is heartbreaking. But you could see Hunter walking up and Hunter Chapin walking up and Hunter Johnson going to meet him. You'll see him right there. Oh my gosh. But again, I have to give it to Hunter Johnson to even get up and have the strength to walk over to your best friend's brother and have to deliver the news and to have enough courage and respect to not just have him walk right up into it, I gotta give it to him.
Oh, I couldn't do it.
No.
You said, okay. Can you spell that for me? Do you have a middle name? What's your date of birth? What's a good phone number to reach you at? And then is your driver's license through what state? What state is your driver's license through?
So you're talking to Bethany.
Do you have a room that's assigned to you here? When you go in?
No one else knows.
Welcome, Angel D.
Were you here last night?
Angel D.
Okay. Is it okay if you walk over to my car with me and we can talk over there?
They're piecing it together, little D.
Okay. I'll tell you the same thing I told her. She was probably going to be talking to a lot of people, retelling the same story. So,
Am I still allowed to go home soon?
we can't hold you.
It's a little bit of a weird question. A little bit weird question, but am I guess still gonna be able to go home soon for Thanksgiving? Maybe that's because, again, she was over there in the huddle group and found out she does know there's a death here, at minimum. I don't know. That was a little bit of a weird question.
Yeah, it is odd.
Yeah, like that's the first thing she asked, but again, doesn't mean that there's something crazy going on versus I just thought that was a weird question.
Yeah, because they didn't get the vandal alert about the homicides till after 1, right?
Yeah, no, this was Hunter going over, and it was like clockwork. As soon as he walked over, which of course they're like, "What's going on?" And you hear them all bust out in that moment. So she knows at least what he saw. I don't want to say what he saw, but at least that Xana's most gone. I don't know if he shared anything about Ethan, but they know something's up.
Retelling the same story. So,
Am I still allowed to go home soon? For Thanksgiving?
we can't hold you forever. Okay. So we'll cross that bridge when it gets there, and the detectives will work with you guys to get all of you however we best can. Okay. So you were here last night. What time frame were you here through now? Were you here the whole time?
Yeah, really right.
Okay. What time did you get here last night?
Can I check?
Yeah. While you do that, I'll turn off my lights here. I'll be right back. forgot you were here, man. Do you still want to hang out here?
I just want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
Oh, Jack's in there.
I don't know how much I'm allowed to disclose right now. We're processing what's going on in the scene. As soon as we know for sure.
When did he go into the car?
I think they had him sit in there when he was asking about the dog and stuff, right?
And found out she was the ex.
Yeah.
He was the ex.
Yeah. So I found one of Detective Mallory's interviews with Dylan.
Mhm.
And so she brought up that Bethany heard that firework sound.
Mhm.
And then at the end, Dylan was asked if there was anything else she wanted to share. And Dylan said the noise Bethany described, the noise is a loud boom, but Dylan did not hear it.
Okay.
So I think you're right. It may be that thump. And it would make sense why Bethany would hear that maybe more so being she's downstairs,
Yeah. Yep.
We're processing what's going on in the scene. As soon as we know for sure, we can tell you guys what's going on. Yeah, absolutely will. I know it sucks to be in the dark with this, but okay. And what's your relationship again? Okay. Yeah, man. As soon as I know we're able to fill you in on what's going on, we'll let you know. Okay. Like I said, you're welcome to get out at any point. If you want to hang out in here, you can because it's warm. If not, you want to hang out with them, you're gonna hang out outside too. Okay. Well, I'll just crack the door. I'll try to not lock it on you, so can you get out? Water. We can start. Yeah, we can see if somebody can bring some of that stuff by. Okay.
I mean, I don't think he was really friends with any of them,
I didn't know that.
I didn't think he would be, really, because remember, they were all from the same sorority but Kaylee.
Yeah, I guess so. Because I was surprised even with the recent investigative reports to find out a lot of them that were close to Maddie didn't even know of Kaylee. I was like, whoa, so I guess you're right. Yeah.
Well, I mean, they kind of said, at the beginning when the crimes happened, or they were talking about the girls going off to college together, how they got in those different sororities. It was kind of undertoned that they, drifted apart a little bit because they were dedicated to their sisterhood, and their sororities.
Right. That's what I was thinking. I don't know if there was anything cracked, though, Harlot, where he was even able to hear. I don't know.
That's funny.
Okay, sorry about that. All right, so what time were you here last night?
Like 1:24 or something in the morning.
Today. 1:24 you got here? Okay, what was going on at about 1:24?
And my friend watching Vampire Diaries on the couch.
You?
Was that Bethany?
Yeah.
Okay. Watching Vampire Diaries.
Is that Hunter in the red?
I think so, yeah. Chapin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right, allegedly. That's true.
You?
Oh, snap. I didn't even think about that. He'd hear everything on the radio inside of the car. Nunez didn't even know he was in there, but he forgot. But I didn't even think about that. Would they be overhearing everything on the radio?
If he was in the car?
Yeah. I think that there's two different frequencies, the one that's in the car versus the one that's on the on their persons. And not everything goes out on the main line. I don't know, though.
Yeah, I don't know how that operates. I should, but I don't.
Oh, okay. All female.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so you guys watching Vampire Diaries out in this the second level? Okay, and then for how long?
I don't know. And then Maddie and Kaylee came home from the club. And then we all hung out with Kaylee for a little.
So Maddie and Kaylee were at the club.
Yeah.
You know how long they were there? Probably till closing at least.
I don't know. They went to drug truck afterwards.
Drug truck. Okay, and then they came home at about what time? It's okay. You're doing great.
Aww. His temperament's good with them.
Yeah.
So they did get home at 2.
Yes.
How do you know that?
I just have a picture of Kaylee's with Murphy.
Okay. Then what happened after that?
And then me and Maddie put out Murphy, and then
Murphy's a dog.
yeah,
Okay.
and then I went outside to go to bed, and she was still taking him out. And then I was in my bed like about a Thursday, and Maddie just said that she loves Murphy. Like she was like, and was wondering if he was with me, and I just said no. And then I went to bed.
What time do you think you fell asleep?
Hey, Allie.
Hey, Allie. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
What time did you wake up at all to turn to?
I heard something like loud and Murphy like bark. Like usually like he barks at things. And then I thought I saw like a firecracker, so I thought someone maybe was just drunk and like put a firecracker in the house. But I wasn't even really sure because I was still asleep, so I wasn't sure if it was like real.
Firecracker in the house.
Okay. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, again, I can make sense of the sounds. It's the lighting though that would, unless a firecracker. Actually, you know what? I associate just a firework, loud and visual. Maybe she's just talking about the sound. No, but she's not. She's talking about a light flashing. I don't know. That really puzzles me.
And she said the light, but I think it kind of went. I think we could go back to kind of like that theory we had about like, could you have hit the floor hard enough that
Yeah.
it kind of disturbed the electric wires and.
Yeah, for sure. And if her eyes were closed and you hear it and like a flicker happens to where you didn't exactly see what happened, but you are equating it to like it was significant enough for you to notice, unless it wasn't her room light and it was a light. I wonder if her door was open or shut. I'm very curious of her. I would assume shut because it seemed like they all shut their doors when they went to bed, but she was on the first floor alone. I don't know. I'm so perplexed by it.
Yeah, it's bothering me. I don't know why.
Okay, yeah. She said under her door, you're right, Harlot. So I think the thud, the struggle was hard enough to cause a light to flicker or something. If a lamp fell though, and we were looking carefully as they walked through, and I didn't see, the closest we saw were the twinkle lights that may have been lower, but I don't know.
I think it looks like they were tied around the table, but I thought that they had the higher ones at the time. So I think that, I don't know. I think it's odd. I think
It
it's a really odd thing. Because at first I thought it was like, did Xana go downstairs to get like the food, you know?
Right.
And she opened the door and there's like, I don't know what it sounds like opening that door, you know, but was there a light coming through the door?
Yeah, is Bethany incorporating the DoorDash because it was all within the same time frame. And so when you start to look back, are you like, oh, I thought I heard, was it the front door opening to get the DoorDash and shutting? And then you equate it to being that situation that Dylan's talking about. But I'm more likely to think the thud was the thud. I do. I don't think taser. No, I think the thud, the bang was that, and I'm just more likely to consider the lights flickered with the loud impact.
Oh,
hey, FOS.
I'm listening to a couple things at a time. Loud, you thought you saw a firecracker because of a quick flash?
Yeah, through like my door, but I was like still had to sleep, so I don't know if it was like real. I thought it was maybe a dream.
Okay. And then did you ever pick up your phone to see what time that was? Or?
Okay. Oh, maybe I might have called her and asked her what was happening, because sometimes these kind of things, and I'll call her and be like, oh, what was happening? She's just peeping.
Okay.
You guys recognize all these vehicles in here?
Yeah. I tried to call Maddie and Ethan and Xana and all them at like 4:20.
So you called?
I tried to call
Maddie? At what time?
4:30 and 4:22. And then 4:21.
Okay.
And then Ethan at 4:22. And then Kaylee at 4:31. I thought they were close.
4:31?
Yeah.
So no answer, and then did you go to sleep after that?
Yeah, I just kind of fell asleep again. Okay. I was like half awake.
Okay. And then what throughout your day did you got up at what time today?
I like woke up because my jaw was feeling really bad. I took some Advil at like 6 or 7, and then I just went back to bed. So I figured no one would be up anyways. I didn't wake up until we called you guys.
Okay.
I know, Angel B. That's what I'm thinking.
Moscow 70, could I get the time this call was generated? Copy, thank you. Alright. Remember seeing anybody in there that went wrong?
Downstairs the whole time with my door locked. That's why I always think of it. So I'm scared. I didn't really hear anything either. I thought they were just being like loud and making things.
Very typical.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any parent contact information for?
I know Maddie's.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no. I know her boyfriend.
Okay. What's Maddie's boyfriend's name? Is anybody having any issues with any boys?
Mm-hmm. He lives in Boise.
Okay, so he wouldn't be up here right now. And then I was talking to you about the formal stuff, right?
No, that was
her. Okay,
Is that
so you guys
maybe?
had a formal.
Yesterday.
Yeah. No issues? Okay, everybody got along? All right. And you were out here when I rolled up?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Oh my God.
So I don't know if I have any other questions for you right now. Okay. I appreciate that you did very well recalling those things.
I can't even imagine what's going through their minds.
write them down or something so you don't forget. Sound like a good plan? Like I said, some other people are going to be talking here. And then we'll make sure everybody has the detective's case number or the detective's information, and so that you can reach out to us.
I believe Hunter's in the pink, guys.
Not just wait for us to reach out to you.
Chapin.
Makes sense? Okay. Physically, are you doing fine otherwise? Okay. All right, we'll go back there. Thank you very much. Does anybody else live here? Okay. Who, by show of hands, who was all here when I got here? Sorry to talk to you too. Okay. All right. One second. So, Maddie and Kaylee were at the club last night. They got grub truck after. Don't know if they ran into anybody that maybe had issues there. They just had a formal the other day when without a hitch. There's no issues at formal. So there's nobody that they should be having bad blood. Mm-hmm. So obviously follow up needing to be done at the club and the grub truck at the very least. I did a very preliminary interview with the two people that live here and that were here last night. Everybody else I'm about to identify was not here last night, but was here in the parking area when I rolled up, so I'll just get that information. Perfect.
Anybody asked, is any of these cars belong to these guys?
Ryan asked, sounds like they recognize all these vehicles to include some of the ones down there.
If they ask, and these can leave for the time being.
Okay.
We need to start, once Tyson gets here, we'll start figuring out how to get them somewhere along.
Yeah. A couple of them did ask about like bottles of water or something. I don't know if there's anybody logistically that can work that out. We can call EMS too.
I have a couple bottles in the car.
So I know would be willing to help out however they can.
Okay, I'll go grab those out of my car.
Okay.
And then
They keep asking what's the status of all four people.
Aww.
I don't tell them we're
they all
figuring it out.
know.
If they
Oh.
ask, dude.
Did I hear him right? Did he say they all know, dude? I hope I didn't hear that right.
What's the status of all four people? I don't tell them we're figuring it out.
They all know.
What did he say?
Sound like you said they all know.
As if, like, you know, they already know. I hope he wasn't that heartless.
They keep asking
Sounded like you did.
what's the status of all four people. I don't tell them we're
They all
figuring it out.
They all know.
If they ask, dude. Okay.
Poor Nunez was trying to get some guidance, right? And it was, I can't imagine how difficult of a situation with his encounter with Jack, right? Like, I know it's hard, you know, like, but you can't. And so, like, basically he's asking for guidance, like, what should I do? And to get that kind of response. Yeah, but again, like, that's not how you handle it. And these are very young adults, and shock. And again, your brain doesn't go to worst case scenario. Like, we know as outside observers, all of the questions he's asking them, especially their parents' information, all gives indications of they would know, right? Yet they don't know because your brain isn't going to that scenario. You're just answering the questions and you're in shock. And so no, that it outside looking in, they may realize, oh, why would they be asking those types of questions? But it clearly isn't registering. So they know something's wrong, but they did not know at least about Kaylee and Maddie.
Well, I guess I'm kind of confused that officer that said that. Like, what did he know that they knew thus far? Because we've been
Right.
watching these interviews. Like, I haven't seen anybody else go off with anyone to talk. So it's just kind of odd.
Exactly. And it's heartless.
They keep asking.
I mean, they were
what's the
kind
status
of
all
dicks whenever they would go to their house for
I
noise
don't
complaints.
tell them we're
They all
figuring it out.
know.
If they asked you. Okay.
If they ask you, like, come on.
I don't even know. I don't have words for that.
I don't like that. Is that Maisie? I'm trying to see Maisie coming up. Yeah, I think that might be Maisie.
Hey, what's your name? What? Okay. Mind just hanging out with him for a second?
Oh, Nunez had to deal with, oh my gosh. It was all on him. Oh. Ethan, Hunter, and Maisie are triplets.
Wow. That's so heartless. I can't get over that.
Poor Nunez. Like, I really do, like, and it just goes to show, like, where you only have pieces and portions leading up, and not understanding, like, and feeling so much sympathy to know that they didn't find out till essentially the vandal, or, and you question why things were done, but now seeing it again play out in front of you, I don't think listen, Officer Nunez is young, like, and I'm not saying that as an excuse, versus he was going by the book. You could tell he's going very much by the book, and he's going to his superior for guidance, and he's not getting the okay. And so he didn't do anything wrong. I really commend him for how he's handling this, but how overwhelming. Look, there's random people just keep walking up, adding to the group. You're losing track. There's 4 fatalities. Like, there is so much going on in this situation. I really give it to him because he must have been very overwhelmed, and he was the first officer on scene. He walked into all of this. And wow, it's really interesting seeing it unfold in front of us.
Yeah. I have the same feelings. I'm just I'm just shocked at the demeanor of one of the other officer too, how much he had to take on, and just the emotions of these kids, because you might think something's wrong, but it doesn't mean you really have accepted the worst, outcome.
I think they all understood something was terribly wrong with Xana and Ethan. At that point, Kaylee and Maddie were not. It's where are they? Are they in there? Like, they did not know. So they knew something was terribly wrong either way, but not to the extent. Or what happened, like, so this is, you're just watching one family member after another walking up. No, this is Officer Nunez, Jordan. And it's heartbreaking. And I still cannot believe there wasn't another officer assigned. See, like, and it must be like, just again, and we hear about like Moscow, nothing happens, it's not, and the fact that the lack of an insane amount of officers arriving, like here in New York, like, even if it's just a regular scenario where officers come, sometimes 8 freaking patrol cars show up for the most simplest of things. So I'm just amazed right now that this street isn't flooding. You don't hear sirens come in, nothing.
Oh. I'm upset for him.
Yeah. Right, J. Rose? You could get just a regular traffic stop and at least 2 officers, right? 2 separate patrol cars, maybe more officers, but 2 separate patrol cars always. Look at the street so far. We just see the same 2. That's what I think, Callie.
You can free someone up and go back to the start on the first one. I've got ISP on standby already. I've got a call into Dustin. I'll call Payne. We need to talk to everyone. So we'll get Dustin and Payne working on that. So I'll call Payne now. I'll call Darren and get Payne.
We have family members walking up for Ethan, the male. Where do you want me to set them?
I will talk to them. Can you start with what you want?
Yeah.
You have this information.
What are we trying to just to search this residence?
Yep.
Okay.
So you talk to you. Hey, I just talked to our shift sergeant.
He was supposed to get the waters.
Guy back and start on the search warrant right now.
And then the last calls too, this is the
So
timestamps
we're
are
gonna
good.
need some help.
Right after it happened, is at 4:21, 4:22, 4:30. She made these phone calls immediately after the bang.
Okay. Okay. Trying to call the people that are in the
Yes.
and no one answered.
And no one answered.
Perfect.
Do we want to shut this down so Travis not rolling through?
Probably I can do that. All right. Thanks, Darren. All right. Sounds like there possibly was one after the firecracker. Okay. We haven't seen any obvious gunshot wound here, so we didn't lose anybody.
Hold on. Hold on. What is he saying?
Sounds like there possibly was one after the firecracker. Okay. We have.
What did he do the air quotes for? What did he
He
say?
said something about the firecracker.
Sounds like there possibly was one after the firecracker. Okay. We haven't seen any obvious gunshot wound here, so we didn't lose anybody.
Oh, shot.
Oh, they're talking about a possible gunshot wound. He said we didn't see any obvious injuries of that. But still, even the air quotes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then, what did your lady say about someone coming in? Seemed to be coming in.
She saw a guy masked, about 6 foot, skinny built like a basketball player. She described. Said that he had a just full black mask. You could see like a ski mask. At about 4. Immediately after, she yelled and said, "There's someone in the house." This girl ran, locked herself in her room. Could hear a roommate that was upstairs, Kaylee. Somehow she was able to discern that it was Kaylee screaming. Then she could hear this masked man saying, sorry.
You call Brett.
She could hear him say, "You're gonna be fine.
How
I'm
rude.
gonna help you."
Sorry, that officer is so. What officer is that? He's very rude. Like, ask questions and walk away, and you know, I don't like it.
Ron,
And
you
then,
want
no.
this whole- you want this whole thing shut off? Yeah. Yeah.
He's making me feel like he's taking Nunez is doing all the work and he's relaying it to the top dog. And then do you see how he just went over? You want me to shut down this street? Nunez just asked you, should we shut down this street? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Which is totally besides the point. I'm just saying I don't like that officer. I don't know what officer that is, but I don't like that.
Oh, it is Gunderson. Okay.
Is there anything
Because
else
it's
you want to do
Gunderson.
for now? I can start heading back.
Yeah,
So,
start
okay,
typing.
search warrant. As far as the search warrant goes.
Get the description of the place.
Okay.
Get a couple photos and describe anything.
Okay.
What are you doing? Well, get in town. We've got a quadruple homicide.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's, 11:20.
They're saying they're saying it so loud in front of them, yet not saying anything to them, you know? Get your shit together. We got a quadruple homicide. Like what?
Mm.
Look how close they are to them though.
Okay.
What are you doing?
But you don't want to tell them because they already know, right?
Well, get in town. We've got a quadruple homicide. Yeah, it's 11:22 Queen Road. Yeah, come on.
Yep, sounds good. And then I gotta grab my phone. You're looking for any shell casings, knives, or just any indicia weapons used.
Weapons, signs of force, or tools to break into building, electronic devices, etc., etc.
Okay, I'll
Main thing is
start getting the rough.
just get the body of it.
Okay.
This date, this time, we were dispatched here.
Okay.
Prosecutor, when you get a hold of the on-call prosecutor, tell them what we got. Let them know that you're working on a search warrant and the nature of it, and then we'll go from there. They'll have a long list.
Okay, do you want these are the victims' names?
I don't know them at this point.
Okay.
I'm going to probably do a quick walkthrough and then go back.
Okay.
I'll make it tedious then.
Yeah.
I haven't finished IDing everybody here. I'll let Shane know so he can delegate that to somebody else. Hey boss, I got to get going to start some paperwork back at the station. So I imagine you don't want to go with me. I'll have you stay here. And
Who was assigned to them?
like I said, we'll let you know as soon as we can fill you in. Okay.
Oh no.
Who's now assigned to them to make sure no one walks off, no one continues to walk into the circle? What is going on here? And again, I don't blame Nunez. Those are clearly his superiors, which they seem that they were more, shall I say, interested in what was going on in the house than actually handling the entire scene.
I agree with you. This is bizarre.
And then it just ends, right? Like basically, gotta get out of my car, kid. Not gonna tell you anything though. Go sit over there on the cold concrete. While no, like think about how many kids walked up and got added into that group throughout the course of this 45 minutes, 50 minutes. Nobody is so now that Nunez is who's watching them?
Gunderson, I guess. I don't know.
Gunderson ain't doing. Gunderson was just taking all of Nunez's work and going to his superior as if he obtained the information.
Wow.
Wow. What are your thoughts?
Well, it's not what I expected, but okay. So, like, I think I find most enlightening. I think watching this like certifies, like, or for me, it clarifies a lot of that raw reaction from Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely getting that. Also just seeing, like you said, like Jack's just kind of like processing and shock and trying to get information. Thought that was really valuable from this. The way the house was set up was super interesting, but I think the way the officers were talking with each other, you know, more so if that was Gunderson with Nunez or whomever, like that was probably the most shocking and disappointing to me on that aspect. but I learned a lot from it. It was just different than what I expected.
Yeah. No, I'm hats off to Nunez. I think he did a great job. But
Hmm.
as far as everything else, no. And it sucks and it's unfortunate because we only have Nunez's body worn camera at this point. But I'd be very curious to see the other officers because I don't understand why was he the only one. It's I don't want to say it to sound very insensitive, but it sounds like they all flocked to the area they wanted to versus the other legwork that needed to be done and having the heart that needed to, like handle like the way that especially you could tell he wasn't dressed, he was probably the top dog, that guy making the calls. And just so out in the open when these surviving roommates, victims, family members have not even been told yet, and none of them, aside from Dylan Bethany, have been spoken to yet, is insane to me.
Yeah, I guess like there would have been a lot more. Okay, so just I want to kind of give things a bit of the doubt. There would have been a lot more people there had the first responders stayed because there was a lot that showed up. So is it the lack of the amount of police personnel at the beginning because they are finding out it's a homicide within these minutes and trying to call in the right people? Like
Shay, there
that's
was
the
three
only thing.
officers the moment that this basic body camera started. So don't like, and I'm not saying to you, I'm like in my mind, I'm like, so don't tell me that there wasn't officers enough to secure the scene, freeze us in time, and go out and handle outside while we wait for ISP anything to come, or get additional backup. It seemed like they all knew where they wanted to go, which I understand the curiosity, but at the same time, like this was so many people. There were so many people on scene and continuously just adding on to the scene. It's just crazy.
Yeah. I think that they were in over their heads with the situation and having the number of police officers to respond to the type of response I think you're suggesting would have been to have more people kind of separate the victims, the surviving roommates and kind of start questioning like everything was getting talked about amongst each other. But um that does make me wonder now more about some of the interviews and testimony because Dylan is commenting on what Bethany sees and like and vice versa.
Yeah.
Like they've all been kind of like talking for each other.
I'm just wow. I want to go back and listen to this audio though, because the thud is very peculiar. Like the firecracker is very peculiar. And to find out that she started calling before Bryan even left.
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say that allegedly, Annie. At least with Linda Arndt, though, she was like the only one on scene, and I think she did the best she could to secure. And at least it was Christmas.
Right.
Hi, Gma Texas check. Yeah, talking like a shark is right. Well, it was only 50 feet from Xana's door, Xana's wall, little D. But it goes to show you how loud it would have been.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good question, Angel D. But the
What's your
phone
question?
does keep you notified. Angel D was saying, I wonder if Xana saw him circling and thought maybe it was the DoorDash. But I do know when I've ordered DoorDash, it alerts you. It tells you when, you could track them. So maybe not. But you know what? She was there for 15 minutes. So maybe in those 15 minutes, like, hello, like my app is showing me you're right here, so looking out the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, C. Carter. Me too, Jamie, Texas. Me too. I don't, Callie. Yeah, Angel, you're right. Idiot. There's someone who thought they were so smart. Not smart at all. Yeah, Angel D. Makes sense why she would have kind of went and looked when she was hearing what she was hearing. She was just up. I'll show you, Kelly. That.
I think that's loud enough to.
Oh, yeah.
To shake a light, don't you? I do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And then like if you're half asleep and like because the vibrations, even like you startle up and that the Murphy's barking, like kind of making sense of a firecracker or something, like your brain tries to put it together. But that was loud, and you can hear her. You absolutely can hear her. Muffled,
Mm-hmm.
but you can hear her. Oh my God. I do hear an oh my God, yeah. But it's, it's hard, but I think I hear. It's just heartbreaking.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how he thought. I don't know how he thought he could get away with that.
Ballsy, for sure. It is so messed up. So, do you think that they're going to withhold a lot of stuff now that they got these filings coming in from the families?
Yes. Yes. I do.
I was shocked they released the body cam.
Yeah, me too. But I think again they pick and choose who they want to release it to. They release it just to a couple of the mainstream media. And I think mainstream, Law and Order did additional redactions too, cover their basis, but I don't think anyone else is gonna get it. Well, any additional, I don't know. I don't know how this process is gonna go. But I definitely want, because I haven't watched this yet. Have you watched this?
No.
Neither have I, so I wanted to watch this together. And it's Kohberger files sexual harassment complaint from Idaho prison and also complains about food. And I don't know what's in it, so I don't know if it's gonna. It's News Daddy though, so but I really want to at least hear what's been going on with this.
I've seen the handwritten complaints that News Nation shared, but I haven't seen this video.
Okay, let's leave.
Guys, thanks so much for checking out my podcast. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it. Please click to subscribe. I actually am in California. I just landed in California. I'm going to be here covering the Menendez brothers parole hearings, which are tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. But while I was flying, I got the reports from the Idaho Department of Corrections regarding Bryan Kohberger's complaints. Remember, we knew that he was complaining about conditions and things like that. Well, now we have the actual reports, which are interesting to read, and some of them are actually handwritten by him, which I'm going to show you. But first, I want to read you this summary of incident report, and they categorize it as sexual harassment. And remember, again, Bryan Kohberger is in the maximum security prison in Idaho.
Brief summary of incident and action taken. On August 3rd, 2025, resident Kohberger submitted a concern form stating he, quote, has been subject to threats and harassment recently escalating to overt sexually violent threats and statements, end quote. Lieutenant Millant received the concern form on August 4th, 2025, and conducted an interview with Kohberger in J Block. Kohberger stated a resident that goes by Peru told him, "I'll butt fuck you." Kohberger also stated an unknown resident from Tier 1. I have a feeling I know why he said that, but he also stated an unknown resident from Tier 1 of J Block said, quote, "The only ass we'll be eating is Kohberger's," end quote. Kohberger stated that Officer Signoria was present for the comment made by Peru. Due to Officer Signoria being on B nights, an interview could not be conducted to attempt to corroborate the allegation. On August 7th, Officer Signoria submitted an information report outlining his involvement in the allegation, and he recalls vulgar language being used and directed towards Kohberger, but conduct cannot say who said what. The allegation is substantiated, but due to no aggressor being able to be positively identified, and Kohberger saying he feels safe to remain on Tier 2 in J Block, no further actions were taken. Do you think it's interesting that they tried to say Olivia said that she would, how she ended her victim impact statement, and then conveniently this is what he's claiming is being said to him?
Yeah, I think it's funny.
And what's so interesting is going through the investigative reports, we know that he was focused specifically on like sexually violent intruder type crimes. And now you're saying, oh, there's sexually violent threats. Yeah, right? I get to totally see Nancy Grace. Boo, hoo, hoo, boo. No, but it is interesting. But see, with Bryan, it's interesting to me because he was very educated on the process. He knew the risk. He knew what would happen, but it all of that applied into him thinking he could get away with it. Yet he knew this would most likely result in him being caught unless he truly, truly believed he was smarter. But I can't imagine anyone circling the house that many times and doing failed 3-point turns and thinking they could actually get away with it.
Yeah. I think he definitely, I know I know we've kind of like gone back and forth on the, did possibly him seeing Dylan spook him to, worry, like, was 911 called, he needed to get out? Sure. But I also think he had a timeline of what he, like, when he was going to be in and out. And I think just things kind of fell apart because he wasn't, it's like he was so tunnel vision, Melissa, that he didn't see what else was going on.
I think
it seems like
the same way everyone's like, wow, this was so loud. How didn't roommates call 911? I think Bryan really thought the same thing. Like, wow, this was loud shit. They're probably already on their way. Gotta go, and was just amazed that. And so, yes, I do think a timeline, 100%, you're right. I think he very much had it in his mind how long he would take, what he would do. I think he methodically thought it out. Now, it'll be a debate whether he win for 1, 2, 4. We genuinely can't know that right now, or if we ever will. But I do think that they were both factors. Yeah, he had a timeline to get in and out, and I think he fully anticipated them on their way. But he has this, which it says, the problem is I have on several occasions not received all items on my food tray. I addressed this during service and have yet to receive any replacements in semicolon. In fact, the kitchen is not even called. The policy book confirms items missing, which are pointed out at the time of service, will be replaced. I wish to without except. I wish
for the item.
For without except. I wish to semicolon without except colon on receive these replacements. Huh? I wish to semicolon without except colon on comma receive these replacements. I have tried to solve this problem informally by addressing sorry, I just choked. Addressing the issue with staff at the time of meal service. Suggesting following solution for the problem. I wish for the items to be something for and items replaced when this occurs. The blank standard is not being upheld unless I receive my full tray. Oh, he's a little bitch. Are they being mean to you, Bryan? Are you not getting your full fucking snack pack? Like, are you not getting your fruit cup? What items are they withholding? Now, I believe that he's getting shit on, but what did he expect? You know what I mean? Like, what did you expect? Yeah,
he said
he had bad handwriting. Anne said that, you know. But go ahead, Shay.
Oh, sorry. I had the screenshots. I was trying to read what we couldn't read. Sorry, it was me reading out loud.
Oh no, you're fine. Did you figure it out?
Yeah, I wish for the items to be called for and items replaced when this.
So he wants, as soon as it happens, if you leave out my pudding pack on the spot, I want my pudding pack to be called for and replaced. They're taking my pudding. They're taking my snack pack.
He's demanding timely response for his.
And he probably hasn't had his commissary yet. You know, like he's probably still on the hold. And so he relies on that snack pack. Oh, do pardon us, sir, for the error in your meal. It will be corrected straight away, sir. Apologies again. I don't understand. Well, they are monitored. Like everyone has a job for the most part. Some inmates don't, depending on the situation. But in order to get a job, like in the kitchen, usually, or to prepare other inmates' meals, you have to kind of work your way up and have that trust built. But they monitor them making it and preparing it. Then another officer checks it before it goes out. Then another officer checks before they give the inmate the tray. And I know this because Letitia getting a threat in her peanut butter, they explain the very thorough protocol. Even though other inmates prepared the meals, the likelihood that anything could get out through the meal service, unless you're dealing with like a crooked cop, which, you know, maybe totally possible. I mean, I know it happens, but I also know it's on very much a lockdown. But I don't know in his situation if other inmates are making the meals. Yeah, probably not Seven Lilies. You can't have any pudding until you eat your meat.
I was wondering what flavor of pudding he likes.
Oh, for sure, vanilla. For sure.
I love vanilla.
But like majority goes for chocolate, you know. I don't, but like actually if I were to have a pudding, I do a chocolate vanilla swirl with a dollop of whipped cream on the top. But like he would be a vanilla bitch. We could be vanilla bitches, but like he's a vanilla bitch. You know what I mean?
I like pistachio pudding.
What?
It's so good, yeah.
That's a thing? Is it green?
Yeah, it is. It tastes like pistachio. Like I bought it like the Jell-O whatever kind. And I was like, that's interesting. I never tried that before. And I made it and it was amazing. Like I was so surprised.
My spawn is obsessed with the new Dubai chocolate, which is like $14 a bar at 7-Elevens. Which is like chocolate and pistachio jizzed inside of it. I don't know. Like it looks like a creamy substance. I haven't tried it, but like she says it's really good, but it's $14 for a little brick.
I've never heard of that before.
Oh, you have. I'll send you a picture.
I don't
So
keep up with all the cool kids, I guess, anymore.
it's a thing now. It's like, oh, you haven't tried Dubai chocolate, and it's like, no, you know, I don't even eat chocolate, but okay, you know, like it's like the new thing, and so.
Dubai chocolate. I'm checking this
Mhm,
out.
mhm, mhm.
Oh wow, it is a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's an expensive thing. I
Oh,
mean,
it says Dubai chocolate's a style of chocolate bar filled with Hidayat and a pistachio tahini cream.
yeah, I told you, jizzed in. Yep, there you go. It's official.
Melissa, God,
It's a
I
thing.
love you.
I'm telling you. Um,
Oh, not the shoe. Oh, here we go again.
it's so peculiar to me the way he moves the shoe, manipulates the shoe around the cloth. Makes me wonder, how'd you clean that car? Did you manipulate the car around the cloth? But I want to show Kelly the layout because she didn't know where the camera was. Okay, so here we go. Perfect. So Kelly, the house relative, well, the camera relative to the house. So here's the King Road house, and Xana's bedroom door is on the right wall. This is the house that we're watching the camera footage from. So when we see him driving in curve, when we see that DoorDasher walking, it's right here. I'm sure I could get a better photo though. Let me try to. Let me see. Um,
Are you gonna? Oh, the police photos.
yeah, I
During.
just want to show her where the camera is relative to the house.
Oh, I I have a picture that's might be helpful to you. I got a little while back.
So again, this
Okay.
is the wall of Xana's room. This is the house right here that has the camera on it. Hey, Mallory. No, Kelly, that's across the street. So here, well, I'm trying to find a better photo for you to. Here. No, I need like the specific angle. I need like the intersection angle looking down for her to. Okay, here. So this is where the camera is, okay? This is Xana's wall. So this is where it was, and it's about 50 feet. So this is if you're looking, all of the kids were sitting over here when we were watching that body camera footage before. This is the house 1112. This is 1122. Camera was here, walls here. It is close, but at the same time, anticipate, pick up what's happening in that house. You know, like it's close, but at the same time, wow, that must have been loud, right?
Mm-hmm. To catch it on that camera, yeah, for sure. I mean, but even we already read through some of the neighbors' interviews. They heard the dog barking too.
Yeah.
They woke up to the dog barking.
Yes. Yes, there was. As far as I know, there were people, and they didn't say they heard anything. Let me see. Oh. Let me see if I could find a different angle.
Wow.
Mm,
This feels like forever ago.
I know, right?
Still can't believe the house is gone. It's just scary.
Of course I can't find. Let me go back to the footage. Oh, what's this? Sorry, I found a clip along my way. Thank you, Bogart, for 13 months. Hello.
Unfolding in the Idaho murder case. A forensic team that looked at Bryan Kohberger's phone says that the killer searched in a, quote, panic on his phone after police identified the make and model of his car. Those searches included phrases like wiretap and psychopath's paranoid. The data showing he was even shopping for a new car. Fox News contributor and criminal defense attorney Joshua Ritter joins me now. Joshua, sounds to me like someone who thought he could outsmart the police, but absolutely panicked when he realized he didn't. Your thoughts?
I think you're absolutely right. We got to think about the tremendous steps that he took to evade capture. I mean, remember, this is a person where they found no DNA in his vehicle linking him to the crime. They had found no DNA in his apartment linking him to the crime. And the only piece of DNA, no, it was a hugely crucial piece of DNA, was that touch transfer DNA found on the knife sheath. So he really went above and beyond to try to cover his tracks. And now he's monitoring the case closely. And when he realizes that the walls may be closing in on him and they have a suspect vehicle, he goes into panic mode. So I think it does give us some insights into what he was thinking and the paranoia he was still operating under in those days following the murders.
Here's more from the team that analyzed his phone. Listen.
So literally the pressure of, oh, look, they're really talking about my car caused within 15 minutes of behavior, him trying to clean it and get rid of it, which again,
Wow.
just not normal.
That's new.
If you weren't the bad guy, you wouldn't care. But he was scrambling, him trying to clean it.
Sorry, I had to hear.
So literally the pressure of, oh, look, they're really talking about my car caused within 15 minutes of behavior, him trying to clean it and get rid of it. Which again, like, just not normal. You know, if you weren't the bad guy, you wouldn't care. But he was scrambling, and he thought the police were on him, and they were at that point.
Joshua, you have worked in this field for years. You understand the mind of a criminal better than anyone else. I want to ask my first question and take it a step further now. Do you think that he thought that because of that criminology degree that he was in the process of getting, that he could outsmart everyone and get away with it? Sort of the overconfidence of somebody who's so narcissistic and sort of delusional.
I do think that somehow he had some obsession with the idea that he knew better. He was an expert on this, and he felt like he could get away with it. It's interesting. We think about how he started to search for how to, repair his vehicle, perhaps sell it within moments of realizing that the suspect vehicle had been identified. And it makes me think about that information that we knew he was searching for a knife and sheath within days of the murders to replace those items that he had left behind or either disposed of. You could tell that he put a lot of planning into this and tried to cover it up. But as things start to fall apart, he goes into this paranoia, this panic mode, trying to cover his tracks.
Yeah, this is not Gone Girl like in the movies where, she completely covered her tracks perfectly. He was not a good criminal, and obviously he's a horrible individual as well. Quickly, before we let you go, hearing set for Thursday of this week after the judge in this case halted the release of more case records. This, of course, following Idaho police releasing some photos of Kohberger's car and some photos of the crime scene. At the end of the day, what do you think the court's ultimately going to do? Because I know at least one family doesn't want these pictures and more evidence released.
I think the court is going to have to show some discretion. We've had a flood of evidence. It's remarkable how much crime scene photos and documents we've had released since the time of his sentencing. And the families are saying, let's take a beat here, please. Let's have some privacy. We've been through so much. And I think the judge might agree with some of that, at least when it comes to the photographs inside of that home showing where the children lived before their lives were taken from them.
At this point, we know enough. The First Amendment is going to be okay if we stop learning more about this case.
And again, I have a heart. I do understand, but it doesn't work like that.
Right.
No, it doesn't work like that. But here, hopefully, I don't know if this, Kelly, will help a little bit. So here's an overhead. And right here is the King Road house, 1122. This is 1112 right here. I'm sorry. Let's do 1112 right
That's
here.
1112. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. And so when we see him making that attempted 3-point turn, it's here at this King Road intersection. And so the front of the camera is here. And again, Xana's wall is here. So right here between the two. And so when he comes speeding out, you see him coming up here and then taking a right. But he was parked somewhere back here, most likely right here. And I don't know, like, what do you think his path of travel? You think he went back here? Like, how do you think he went to the slider?
I think he parked up right behind the house.
On that street?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
I do. I really do.
Well, like Carter, like Harlot was just saying, that area was like a echo, like sound system. Like it would all bounce. The sound would bounce.
Mm-hmm. They said it was like a bowl, like a dome.
Yes.
Everything would just carry. Yeah, I think that he pulled up behind the house, possibly could have parked there, right there on the side of the house, to where he could zoom out quick.
Oh, and he zoomed. I still want to know how they said he nearly hit someone. What camera was that? What, because it would have had to been somewhere close around here. I just wish we know where he went.
Afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, J13, we went over that the last live. And it's super interesting to learn more about him and to learn that there were so many warning signs.
Well, I think, one thing I thought was interesting that may give me a little bit more leaning towards he buried stuff was when the cops or after the sentencing, and they had the LE press conference, and they were saying that they tested the soil on the shovel that was found in his car, and it tested positive for soil within the Moscow area. So that kind of, has always made me wonder, did he really use that to bury something, or even temporarily bury something,
That shovel.
Mm-hmm.
Shovel. And did you see the photo of his car? Like, it had all white all over it, but it was unclear whether it was from the processing or him bleaching. I don't know if we ever got an answer from it, but I saw it, I think, yesterday, and I'm like, oh, there was white everywhere.
I saw a few photos that were on like news stuff, but I didn't really get into them because I tried not to go through them all. Yeah, but I am curious. I heard they took apart his car. I think that's kind of was the sentiment, right? Okay.
Yeah, they did take apart the car. But like I said, there was white residue.
Really?
Steering wheel and stuff, and they wanted to get an understanding, is this for fingerprinting? But again, no DNA of the victims were found in that car. So why would they go about fingerprinting? But it may have been from residue from bleaching and cleaning products, like how sometimes it can leave that white with the bleach.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
He did. He had so much time and distance to get rid of everything. And what you can see is that the exterior of the car was filthy compared to the interior. It was filthy.
Yeah.
I want to know what he did to the car. Like, again, did he line it with a shower curtain, like the inner shower curtain? I think he came prepared. And the time that he is not connected to the network and he is unknown, he knew. I think he pre-planned where he was going to get rid of everything. I think he really pre-planned it to a T, but at the same time, not to a T. He didn't account for the things he could not plan.
Well, you brought up the shower curtain, so I have to say it. I go back to the what was it? The filing. I thought it for some reason. I thought it was Masseth or whatever that responded to it, maybe in court, but something in regards to like his shopping habits and remember the amount of shower curtains he buys, and they said that he's a germaphobe, and I just was like, so are y'all trying to explain the way that he bought a lot for a certain other reason and maybe it's not the germaphobe thing? Like, I really want to see it all, because all those little tidbits that have just like been left in my mind as these unopened questions are just still there needing answers.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see a shower curtain. I saw them say specifically that a shower curtain was missing when we listened to the couple do their thing last live. But the liner, not so much the curtain, the liner, weapon are all together. I think the weapon may be separate. I agree with Shay. I think he may not have destroyed it permanently. I think he may have done something because it was a token, and he may have put it somewhere where it could later be recovered. I don't know, T. Carter. I don't think it's more a germaphobe versus he's very meticulous and regimented, and like, just look at again, the cleaning of the shoe. It just explained everything to me. Like, I was like, oh yeah, okay, now it makes sense. But it is interesting because a lot of the ways that Anne did describe him was accurate. It was accurate, yeah. But I feel like a lot of us believed it was accurate from the beginning. He just came off a very certain way.
Yeah.
I 100% agree that the least that they could have done is have him give us the weapon and we'll give you the deal. But there wasn't even, I think they were looking to close this door as quick as they could.
Yeah.
The Cleaning of the Shoe by William Shakespeare. Every week, never use a bar of soap twice. Damn. In his pocket, put a knife in it as he left. Yeah, I mean, whatever Dylan was describing, I think, Shay had the last time, like, even vacuum type object with like a triangle at the bottom, like, it does sound like a knife, like, and her brain wouldn't have jumped to knife, so she probably just saw the outline more of it.
Yeah.
So do you think we're gonna get more this week?
I don't know. Unless it's just media dropping stuff. Like, I don't foresee another big document dump, but I was still shocked that we got photos even after that filing. So I don't really have a gauge on like how it'll come. I think, as much as I appreciate all the reports and stuff that we've been getting, and it's good information, I'm really curious about the court stuff. Like, I want some of the things that after they put some stuff together, like, will we get to see some of that piece of work, those pieces of work of evidence that they collaborated, that they prepared to present,
Yes, all of those reports. They had all these experts. Like, I want to know all of it. Like, and it's exactly kind of like what we knew was going to happen. Though you're going to get this big data dump in troves that unfortunately, without experts and people educated in their field and there to testify to what we're seeing or reading or listening to, it's hard because people will make it what they want to make it. But we're not all experts in these fields. Even if you were like the best lawyer, you're still not an expert in each individual field, like, so it sucks because that's what's so amazing about watching the trials take place, is to have each person get up on that stand, each expert, each witness, and explain what we're seeing and what we're interpreting, and we don't get that. And so here we are all trying to scatter and put these pieces together, but people like to put their own spins on it.
Yeah. I understand J13, but I think that there's some stuff inevitably that will come out. And of course, I don't want it to be a detriment to the families, but I'm just curious how the court's going to handle that. Like, that's kind of a tough place to be in because you're not dealing with minors.
Yeah.
And it's a plea. It's a plea, or not a plea, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, and again, you can't do it by a situation basis. You can't, okay, well, these families have been put through the ringer, which nobody is denying. But how do you measure the pain that they go through compared to another victim's families that everything is available for FOIA and publicly put out there because that's just our legal system. And you can't pick and choose when you want to say, all right, well, enough for this one. That's why I didn't like that news broadcasts are like, okay, that's enough First Amendment for this case. Like that's not how it works, though. If you want things to be changed, you got to do it higher up, and it's got to be for everyone.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying it doesn't suck. It does, but at the same time, you can't. That transparency is there for a reason. It's there to protect us. It's there to protect them. It's there to protect everyone. Because if you do not have transparency, that's a bigger issue. Right, Harlot. I think being able to stream trials, because it used to be you'd have to be in the courtroom, the few seats that there were, and rely on people giving it back. Like, I think it's amazing to be able to have that transparency and be able to watch for yourself and understand the legal process, and to close that door. Again, it's there's not really gray area when it comes to that. It either has to be for all or for, and each state has their own rules and stuff. So, but you can't, unfortunately, do it by a case-by-case scenario. I do too.
No.
13.
And I kind of go back to, I don't know why this came to my mind, but I was thinking about Jodi Arias, killing Travis Alexander. And, we both have seen the website that's dedicated to all of the discovery from that case, and it's very gruesome.
Yeah.
But the reality is Jodi's still trying to get out of prison. And for anybody who's questioning that, maybe there's also a place there as not a reminder to hurt others, but a reminder that this person has a capability of being a monster,
Awareness.
And we're not at that place right now with Bryan. And I don't know if the families would ever get to that place, but I'm not saying it's okay. But I do think that having stuff open to public too is also, it's not to marvel in the victim's condition. I don't look at it that way. I think it's a reminder that somebody is capable of doing something that's awful.
And it's interesting. I'm surprised actually Jodi's case really wasn't brought up out of all the debates everyone has had about could Bryan do something like this in the time that he had, and not so much that you can compare what Jodi did to Travis as far as the time versus they did not think she could do it, period, because of her size. Would she be capable of moving this man, and guess what? She was. She very much was. So it goes to show you, when you have your mind set to something, you'd be amazed what people can do.
Yeah, and if you wash the camera, Jody, forensically, they could go back and get those pictures, okay?
What a she like God, these dumb criminal. We need to have like a dumb criminal live one night because to just put that right into the wash, like just what is wrong with you?
Yes. Oh, Angel, I didn't even see that in chat. Yes, I agree. That camera said it all. And didn't she have her handprint in his
Yeah,
blood?
yeah.
Yeah, I remember you pointing that
She
out.
had photos of herself. Like you can't really, like, but you could tell like it's her. You caught yourself in the act, like right there. Um, and I'll never forget her interrogation, because they pull out the nude photo of her like in her pigtails and like it, who's this in the photo? I don't know if I could recognize. Is this not you? I don't really know. Like maybe, like it's you. Like it is you. So bizarre how they handled the interview. But you know who like Stephen McDaniel? That was his name, right?
I
Oh,
think so.
that was a bizarre. But it goes to show you the confidence some of them have. Like I'm smarter. Like I can do this. No, you're an idiot.
I know. She kills me when she gets up and she does like her little headstand and starts
Things and
singing.
yoga. Yeah. Well, and don't forget, she called too the officers and like, if I could help with anything, like Travis was my boyfriend. Like
Oh,
you just give
yeah.
away. You give yourself away. Happy birthday, poor Linda.
And his friends were the ones that were like, no, she was like sneaking in the house through the doggy doors or whatever.
She was, yeah. So there's that. And then there was which one sang? Which one sang? God, whose interrogation was that? There was another interrogation where they sang like "God Bless America." I think.
Oh.
Who did that? I can't. Oh man, now it's gonna bother me. There's some crazy
Who
interrogation.
else sang in their interrogations? Mm.
Was it Kayla Hubers? What was her name?
Oh, yeah.
When she had shot her boyfriend?
Yes.
Xana Hubers, I think her name was.
Xana, yes.
Yeah, she was. God, man, all of these crazy, and then everything now it's going on with Trilla. Like it's just cold-blooded, man. Cold-blooded.
Absolutely.
Shayna Hubers, yeah. Because I remember she was trying to get married to another female inmate, and I think she kept getting denied. Call me Russ Williams. There's some really good interrogation. Tisha will always be one of the top interrogations for me. Just because of I've never seen lying like that. Like to that level. But they're the ones where they're just stoic. Then you got like Gypsy Rose, who the biggest victim role she could play, at the same time being tour guide Barbie explaining how to get in and out of Disney World and Harry Potter and this and that. There's just so much. The one that left the camera in the washer. Yeah, that's Jodi Arias. That's Jodi Arias with Travis. And the camera in the washer, and then had photos of her in the act, her killing him in the act. Crazy. Like, and why would you leave that in the wash? Like, really, out of everything, like you're like, nah, the camera's good. The camera's fine. Why? Hey, Homer.
Yeah, she was a bit nuts.
Yeah.
She had changed like to be morbid.
And then he wasn't good enough, and that's a lesson of I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there. Good job, Melissa. I actually thought before I spoke for the first time, and I'm like, you know what? I won't even go there. But yeah. She changed, switched to Mormon, but again, it's not who you are, and not about religion versus like you were trying to be something you weren't, And at the end of the day,
And
sex
she was
sold, and that was that.
she was jealous because he was about to go on that trip with his
Yes.
friend or
This
the other girl.
real
And so
Mormon. Yeah.
and so then she showed up to seduce him and then killed him.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And then his roommate didn't know he was dead for like a couple days.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Very weird.
Because everyone's like, why didn't you smell it?
I don't know. Even with the doors locked like that, and he was in the bathroom because it was a beautiful suite like type of situation. But yeah, the question is, why did I don't know. And he was severely decomposing. But I don't know.
Because remember, she came up with the whole thing that they were being robbed.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had like the whole spin-off theory that they were being robbed and
Yep.
she was forced in the closet and it was wild.
And then come trial, she changed her entire look and put on the glasses and the bangs and innocent Jody. Innocent Jody.
She was a victim of DV. That's how she presented herself.
Yep. It's interesting because they did the same thing with Casey, and had her sit in a smaller chair to seem more frail and gentle. And even Kohberger, we saw, it seemed like, they popped him right between all the females and a small, just sit there with your arms crossed. But all right, so with the next live, I want to continue going through those investigative reports, and I guess it really doesn't matter which order we go in, because I was like, we can continue going from bottom to top like we were, but I'm really interested in them because I really like seeing and learning more about Bryan, because we really haven't known that much.
Yeah, I think that's been really interesting. Outside of just like old friend interviews, and
I guess I'm surprised that we've heard some of this stuff along the way, but really nobody had spoken out. And I know that they were under gag order, but still, like, it is interesting because there's always leaks and stuff, but they really did a good job at not ever coming out and sharing anything.
Yeah.
I'm curious who the leak was, though, and I hope that we get some of those answers eventually.
Oh, I've wondered too if they were holding up some stuff to like finish seeing who was behind that.
I would hope that, because again, it was its own investigation, and it should be, because plea deal or not, like, that's still gag order was violated, so it should be investigated. Yeah, he's a creepy one. He's for sure a creepy one, and just seeing him complain, at least that tells us, he's not content, and that's good, but it's almost like instantaneously. I wonder if he was complaining while he was in jail or only now that he's in prison. What were there complaints, but we didn't know about it prior, but now that the plea deal, and I'm just curious, like, now does he feel like he can complain because he's not under a microscope? I don't know.
Yeah,
you think so, Harlot? She thinks the leak was FBI.
Interesting.
Was that like with the Annie Elise thing?
Yeah, that was the Annie Elise one, but I thought the FBI stuff part was interesting, but some of the things we were reading on the ISP report sounded similar too, so I can't count that out.
I know, I didn't see that, so there's that. I saw stuff on my feed about her, and so I'll have to watch it. She's too much. Now, she's one that I do go back and forth on whether or not I believe that she believes it. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But
oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't at first at all. And at first I thought she was the ringleader, but then after more and more came out, I realized, oh, Chad played a bigger role than I realized. I thought he was insecure, and all of a sudden he lost all this weight and he has this gorgeous woman, but it seems like he may have played a bigger role. And when I listened to her I won't say that. See, it's hard because I know that she knows it didn't go down because she's blaming Tylee essentially. But at the same time, I think she believes in, to some extent, with her religion. I don't know. She confuses me, and her trial did get held up because of her competency hearings and stuff. And I don't know. I don't think it's all a show with her. I think she genuinely does. And the fact that she talks, like she will talk to Nathan, she will sit down, and like it goes to show that I'm struggling to find my words here, but like she's just, the fact that she is willing to sit down and talk with it shows me more that you are more believing what you're doing versus if you were intentionally just full on lying about everything, you would know it's a lie and you wouldn't want to talk about it. But with her, she's like confident talking about it. Like, I don't know. I go back and forth. It depends on the day.
I'd have to watch your interviews. I hadn't seen her interviews with Nate or others. Like,
oh, it's bizarre because Nate was there and he was the first one in Hawaii. Where's your kids, Lori? And to see, they make jokes to, like, Lori will joke with him and be like, yeah, going back to him first confronting her in Hawaii. And like, I wasn't ready at that time and it's just bizarre to see that, because where else have you seen that? Like a news reporter from the years ago following so closely to now sit down and doing interviews with her and her talking to him, being open with him.
Yeah, that's bizarre. I've always kind of wondered with her, like, how much she really believed what she was doing was right, or was it a mask behind religion? I don't know.
It's hard. Like I said, I don't believe that she believes Tylee hurt JJ and took her life. I think she knows that that is not true. But at the same time, I believe that she believes that this was what she had to do in some twisted way, like not minimizing it, but like, I don't know. It's, I just don't feel like she's 100% faking it. But at the same time, she's not insane. Like, somewhere in the middle with her, she tugs me back and forth.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, like she truly believes Jesus talks to her. She's Jesus's bestie, that she would absolutely sacrifice, to be here in prison to help these women. Now she helps these women. Like, I don't know. There's just something about her. It's very interesting. It's very, like she has the gift of gab, but she talks very kindly, believe it or not. Like, she's very soft-spoken and more, nice. Like, she isn't nasty, she's nasty, but you know what I mean? Like, and so it's like, what's going on here? Like, my brain can't process what I'm watching when I watch Lori.
Yeah.
But
sometimes I don't know if that's her manipulation tactic, though. I've always wondered that.
Totally, 100%, 100%. But she's still strong with Chad, even though they can't speak, but they speak, through their portals, and they're still very much together. And this is the path that they were set on. So
bizarre.
So bizarre. Closet portals. Oh, the good old days. Like, I remember the day I heard that, and I'm like, what? Like, Chad made a portal in his closet to visit Lori. Oh God, it's just it's bizarre. But all right, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna flip over my pineapple upside down cake, and I hope it's, it's probably gonna look like shit, but I hope it looks somewhat okay. I'm nervous. I hope it doesn't break, but it's cooled off. It's gonna be cool enough for 2 hours, so there's no reason it shouldn't. So I'll send you a picture.
Please do. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you for having me. And I will talk with you soon.
Yes, thank you guys. Happy Members Only Monday, and we will see you guys shortly. Good night.
Night.